not sure I quite understand the question, but I'll give it a stab. I'm not sure that selling the austerity, what are you talking about, budget cuts? How would I sell that? I don't think we need budget cuts. I think we need a healthy national economy. I think continuing to rely on grants is an excellent way to do things, absolutely excellent. I do not think that within our city's budget we need to be cutting things and doing an austerity program. We have a pretty healthy city. There was a recent article in the Union Tribune about pension debts. La Mesa is actually doing a lot better than most of the cities in San Diego. I don't think we're ready for an austerity program, so I don't even think I have any comment on what I would cut, what I would do, because we are a well-run little city. We are doing great, and I don't see the need to cut anything or sell anyone on any cuts.
Finances are always the #1 challenge for households, people, businesses, cities, counties, states, countries. And my mindset, I'm not a saver. What I do is I'm like, how do I increase revenue? That's how my mind goes. And I've thought about this for La Mesa, and I have a list here real quick. I would like to see La Mesa's revenue increase by making our city the friendliest to business town in the county. I'd like to see our process for obtaining a business license go from 4 to 8 weeks to 4 to 8 days. I know that we have to comply with state and federal regulations, but I'd like to resist adding La Mesa regulations that further burden new expanding businesses. I'd like to add hyperlinks to our page. There's a page on the City of La Mesa's website that tells you about all the vacancies, retail, industrial, and office in La Mesa. I think there's 450,000 square feet of vacant space. It'd be so easy to add a hyperlink to that. People from all over the world could click on it, see the old Kentucky Fried Chicken building that's on, on Jackson Drive. I think it'd be great if we had a liaison from within that helped people navigate our planning department, our permits, our zones, our business licenses. I've talked to many people, whether they're expanding business, opening business, or remodeling their home, they have a hard time navigating city rules. So I think that would be something else. If we embrace businesses and have businesses easily expand and open up, we would increase our revenue and we wouldn't have to worry about cutting things.
In a presentation to one of the city's ad hoc committees, it was stated that 80% of the general fund goes for personnel costs and capital improvement projects are dependent on grant monies. What is your vision of La Mesa's future, and how would you sell the austerity needed to get there?
As far as I understand it, we're pretty much, I think that's a normal state of business for cities, that we pay our employees is a big part of our budget, and that the capital improvement projects that we're working through they're doing an excellent job. Like I said, I think Greg Minora and Bill Chopping run really sharp departments and get their projects done on time and under budget, and come up with ways to save money on them. I think that we need to make sure that we hold on to good people in the city, and that they're doing a good job. And it does seem like it's trying to elicit a response that I can't really agree with, that we're trying to sell austerity here. I think we need to continue being the well-run city that we are, and that the finance department is doing an excellent job when we have 25% of our money in reserves, and you look at the other cities that are having a hard time. I don't think we're ready for big changes right now.
You see this number of 80% going for salaries as if it were some kind of shocking thing, and I think the point's been made, it's not. The City of La Mesa offers services: fire, police, public works, community programs. It's what we do as a city, and the fact that most of the taxpayer dollars go to pay the people who provide those services is exactly what should be happening. So, to me, that's asked and answered. What we do need to do, because we're this city is heavily impacted by Prop 13 and revenues that we get off of property taxes, an important part of our base, and sales tax, which is the single largest contributor to our budget. We need to make certain, as we look at redeveloping certain undeveloped properties, that we work as good partners with the people who are coming in to provide quality developments in those places in an expeditious fashion so that we can replenish our tax base and continue to provide the services that La Mesans expect. We're a first-class city, and I think we can do it, but it's going to be a challenge to do it right. And again, I look forward to participating in that.
75% of our general fund, and that comes from property tax and from sales tax. 20% of that is the Prop L sales tax. Our capital improvement, that is not all grants. Much of it is, but it's not all grants. We have monies that come from the state of California in a very low revolving state-funded loan, under 3%. And we took advantage of that when that was offered a few years ago, where we could do a lot for the city's roads. And our budget is our unfunded projected revenue is $58 million. Our general fund budget is $36.6 million, and our projected expenditures are $39 million. So we're doing quite well with $10.5 million in reserves. So that's a lot of figures, and it all balances out. We're doing very well. We have a good city manager. We have a AA bond rating from Moody's, and we want to protect that Moody's bond rating.
Thank you.